Hey girls, hey girls, hey girls, hey. Come on into the room. It is your girl Kay, and I am here for a fashion conversation and to check in and see how the girls are doing. I know this is a slight Friday pop up, so even if you catch the replay, drop your comment and say hey, and I will definitely check back with you. Y'all, welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Friday. We are going to be talking about fashion and style today. Y'all know that is my bread and my butter when it comes to fashion is style and personality. For those of you who might not know who I am, my name is Kay. I am the owner and creator of Charmed Up by Kay, which is an online fashion boutique. I'm also a fashion stylist and fashion curator. So welcome in. I am excited to be here with you. For my girls that do know me, this is a different live than what we usually do, but I think you will enjoy it, and I'm definitely going to be dropping the gems, okay? If you see me looking over this way, it is because this is like where my notes and everything are, because I want to stay on task, okay? I want to stay on task. Before we get started, I do want to share out the live and everything. But yeah, I'm just popping on to say hey and share some thoughts and get you guys used to the new way that you can experience Charmed Up by Kay and some things that will be coming up. And I'm excited for it. I don't know if I have any comments coming in, but if I do, I should be able to see it on here. But I'm about to pull up my Facebook and just share this out and tag really quickly, and then we're gonna go from there. Okay, so I have this shared out, and this video is gonna do whatever God wants it to do. I am just proud of myself for taking this leap of faith and following through with something that I said I wanted to do. So here I am, y'all. Let me go back to my notes so I can remember what the ham sandwich I am here to say. So today's live is called Your Style Starts With You. And I wanted to bring up this topic because I feel like a lot of people think style is just like the clothes, and they forget the inner and the outer make one piece. It makes one whole canvas of art, okay? And what you look like on the outside usually represents what you have going on in the inside as well. And there is room for that to not always look perfect all the time. That is room for you to not care. There's room for a lot of things, but you must be real about the fact that your style is a representation of who you think you are on the inside, okay? And that's a lot deeper than just wearing random clothes or thinking like you fit in this one box. It's a lot deeper than that, and I want to dive into that today, okay? So, my first point, again, I have notes over here, so y'all work with me, okay? Because this is something new. Um, my first point is style is basically deciding how you want people to see you. Okay. You get to create what people experience when they look at you. So, for instance, if you are going to work, you are not going the same way that you're going when you go to like a party or a club. So, you get to decide, okay, this is the Kayla that they're going to know at work, right? And then this is the Kayla that they're going to know at the club or at the party scene or at the jazz, the live music thing. So you get to decide how people are going to perceive you. If you want to interact with people, if you're in a place, oh, better example. If you're in a place where you're starting a business, or maybe you're getting into real estate, or maybe you are just trying to network with people who make more money than you, you're going to dress a certain way. Okay. And if you're in a more social place and you want people to feel more approachable, you want to feel like more approachable to people, you want people to know that you're welcoming, you're going to dress a different way. All right. People are going to perceive you how you show up. The good thing about perception is that it's not the same thing as validation. It is not the same thing as thinking you have to do something because of other people. Perception is literally something that you can create, which is basically all that your style is. Okay? So if you are someone who doesn't care about your hair is going to be a mess. That's just what it is, right? Or if you tell someone you do hair, the first thing they're going to look at is your hair. Because if you do hair and you think you about to put your hands in my head, your hair better be done, right? Or if I'm telling someone that I am a stylist, I curate clothes, am a boutique owner, I need to be dressed. I need to look good from my jewelry to my hair to my outfit because that is what I say that I do. Why would I want you to style me if I don't even like what you have on? Right? So if I am a doctor, I am going to dress like a doctor. I'm going to wear the comfortable shoes. I'm going to wear the scrubs. I'm going to wear what lets you know that I am a doctor. That is the same thing that you should be doing when you get dressed, okay? Now let's put it in like casual terms instead of professional terms. Casual terms. If you want people to see you as I am a vintage lover. I wear retro clothes. I wear clothes that has a lot of colors, prints, and patterns, then you have to wear clothes that have a lot of colors, prints, and patterns. You must wear vintage. You must wear whatever you're telling the people that you wear, or else we're not going to believe you. You're a liar. You're delusional. Okay? So you have to start here and build with intention so that it flows outward. That is how style works. It is not buying a million pieces. It is not finding 100 million influencers. It is not wishing that you look like somebody else. That is not what style does. That is not what style does. In fact, if you're vibrating in that energy, you probably look a mess. Okay, and that's just as real as I can put it. If you're not getting dressed with no intention, if you're not thinking about what you look like, if you're not excited about your outfit, if you're trying to look like somebody else, you look a mess because you're not being yourself. And that's the worst thing that you can do. That's as real as I can put it when it comes to style and fashion. Okay, so that is our first point. And another thing is like when people be like, you need to stop caring what people think. True. Okay, that is true. You should not care about what people think because who are they? All right? Unless they are buying you new clothes, they are paying a bill, or that it directly affects your life, you really should not care what anyone thinks about your style. However, don't be upset if you go into the Louis V store and they like, uh ma'am, I don't know. I don't know if you belong here because you came in with holy sweatpants and thought somebody was going to believe that you could afford the Louis V bag. I mean, my God. I mean, they're going to think you meant to go to Walmart. No shade to Walmart, but they're going to be like, are you sure that you belong here? Because what you wear, okay, is how people are going to perceive you. So that advice is actually incomplete. You do actually want to care about what people think, but based off of what you want them to think, not off of things that they tell you they should think, but because I want people to think that I got that money, young baby, I'm going to look like money. If I want people to think that I feel good and confident, I'm going to look good and confident. You ever ran into somebody and be like, "Ooh, I know they stink," or you see someone and be like, I don't think they take care of themselves. It's because they look like they don't take care of themselves. We have no clue usually. It is just purely based off of how they look. So you must care about how people look, not to dictate, but so that you can direct. Okay? Hey girls, hey Miss Lindsay, hey Miss Cousins, how are you? Hey Miss Tanya, welcome in y'all. Hey Val, hey Miss Brown, hey girls, hey. We are just talking about how you can curate your style and how your style starts with you, okay? In this fashion world where we see all these different boutiques, we see all these different influencers. I think it is very important to remind the girls that your style should start with you. And if you do not know what you're trying to look like, you're going to be all over the place. You're going to be buying all over the place, and your closet's going to feel all over the place. And then you're going to be overwhelmed, and then you're going to reach out to me and say, hey, can you help me put outfits together because I feel lost when I go into my closet? And I'm going to say yes, I'm going to help you. But the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get rid of all the stuff that really doesn't serve you, that you just bought because you were a little emotional that day, or you got influenced by someone whose style really isn't your style that day, or whatever the case may be. Okay? Like, you really got to be intentional when you get dressed. You must think, who am I? You're going to say, who is Val? Who is Sheila? Who is Elise? Like, you're going to say, who am I? And what looks good on me? What feels good on me? Like, this wig is one of my favorite wigs ever, okay? Whenever I want to pop my shit, I'm going to put this wig on. Like, it's subtle, it's not overbearing, it's beautiful, it goes with my skin tone very well. But I know that about me. I know that I'm not scared of color. I know that blue is going to look good on me because I experimented with it, because I know what I wanted to exude in my life. Okay? So that is what we're talking about today. Hey, Mama Johnson, how are you? Welcome in. Welcome in. So, I really want you to remember that there is a big difference in caring about what people think and perception. That really is the key. That really is the key, because one comes from like lack and insecurity, and the other one is built. Another one is curated. Another one is intentional. Another one comes from confidence, and that is your perception. Okay? Whatever you do in your home, I mean, you should want to maintain that in your home. You should want to build your life around who you want people to perceive you as, because that in essence is who you are and who you are going to become, right? But perception comes from intention. Intention are made by decisions, and decisions is what our reality is. So, if you stay in the fashion realm, if you stay in your style realm, if you stay in your confidence realm with this realization, you're going to understand that just because this shirt is on sale, it's not for me. Okay, I don't care how cute it looks on so and so and so, I know I'm never going to wear that. Or you do see a piece that you are going to wear, and yet it might be $200, but I can think of 10 outfits right now that I am going to wear that in. So in essence, it's like $20 each time that I wear it. You see what I'm saying? Because I know that I'm going to get my wear out of this. What is really the $200 versus buying something that I might wear one time, and because it was $8 or $10, it was a deal? Was it really a deal? Was it really a deal if it wasn't really you and it wasn't really your style and you're just going willy-nilly? Okay? And a woman who thinks with intention in her closet, she's going to think intentionally about her money, about her relationships, about where she goes, where she eats, how she does her hair. She's going to think with intention about everything else. And this is why I say style is just a little peon of the piece. You must decide, I am this woman. You must decide, I am a boss. You must decide, I am a wife. I am a real estate agent. I am a content creator. And then you're going to decide to show up that way in all ways. How you make your money, how you get dressed, how you interact with people. It's all going to be intentional. So that is what that looks like there. Okay? So when your intentions are based on thinking about what other people care about or what other people deem as appropriate, I don't even know what the right word is for that, because I wish we would break out of that as a society. Who really cares? But also, you must care. So It is a double-edged sword there. It is a double-edged sword for sure. But here's how you know if you are vibrating in the right energy when you're making your decisions to get dressed or to show up for yourself or build a business or whatever, okay? Here's what it would sound like while you're getting dressed. Is this too much? Will people like this? Am I going to stand out? Is this too trendy? Is this too old? We're not asking the right questions there. That sounds very insecure. You're already worried that people aren't going to like what you decide that you like. We're already off on the wrong foot here, okay? That's basically saying I'm going to let other people decide what I'm going to wear. If you're asking those questions, if you're following my drift, okay? Now, when you're creating your perception of people, when you're deciding what intention you want to walk out with and how you want people to see you, you're going to say, who do I want people to think I am when I walk into the room? Sometimes that can be a lie, and sometimes that can be the truth. But you get to decide and see at the end of the day, what anyone else thinks isn't going to matter because you decided that this is what I want it to look like. So as long as they get that from that, then hey, I'm good. I'm not missing anything, right? So there is that, okay? One is asking, what is other people going to think? The other one is asking, what do I want people to think? You see the difference? Like if people cared about this blue wig, I wouldn't be wearing this blue wig, but I don't care. I want people to think that I am bold and confident and that I know what I like. Baby, you gonna tell me I'm not giving that? You know what I'm saying? So it starts here and then it exudes there. And those questions really do dictate how you end up leaving the house. All right. It could even sound like, I'm just running to the store. No one's going to care. Baby, you run to that store and then you run into Chris Brown or something. And now you missed your opportunity. Usher right there in the line with you. And now your opportunity gone because you sitting here thinking you was just running to the store and wasn't nobody going to see you. And somebody ended up seeing you and you didn't look good. You didn't look good. You didn't look great. And that's okay. That's okay. But learn from that and show up better next time. Okay? And that doesn't mean you got to have on heels and the glitz and the glam every time you want to get dressed. But you do want to be intentional with your sweat clothes. Like maybe you have some sweat clothes that are only for going out and some that are only for staying in the house. Okay? And the ones that are for going out, you know that you have the cute tennis shoes to match. Okay, you got cute little hats, you got your cute little hoop earrings or whatever you're gonna do. Okay, you're still gonna put your perfume on. You maybe put on a little concealer, or at least a good lip, girl. A good lip will save everything. But what you're not going to do is you're not going to go out there willy-nilly. And I hope I don't have anyone on here that will go out in a bonnet, baby. Because if you're going out in a bonnet, we have whole different other conversations we need to be having here. Okay? We have whole other different conversations. Hey, Miss Boswell. Hey, Geneva. Hey, Miss Angela. Do you prearrange clothes so when you... Hold on, girl. I don't got my glasses on. Okay, I'm trying to be cute. Do you prearrange clothes so when you rush out, you have it? Success does love preparation. Okay? If I am going somewhere and I know like I need to get up early in the morning or I am traveling, I am definitely putting my outfits together beforehand. I am not somebody that just throw a bag together when I'm going out of town, okay? When I say I'm putting an outfit together, that means I am planning the outfit, planning the accessories, planning the undergarments, and then I'm planning the shoes, planning the hat, the bag, everything, and I'm packing it all together. So there is no confusion when I get there what I'm supposed to wear. Now, I will pack extras. Okay, so if you're someone who is like me, who gets dressed based off of how they feel, off of emotion and things like that, I always pack extra outfits. And they're all going to have different vibes that I know I tend to have, so that if I do fall into that vibe, I have an outfit for it. Okay, or if I'm going to work or I have an event coming up, I am going to look in that closet and I'm going to say, do I have something for this event or do I need to go shopping? What type of vibe would this event call for? For example, I'm going to a Masego concert, right? He's very live music, very sexy, very adult. Like, I am not going to wear the same thing that I will wear to like a Young Jeezy concert. So I am going to prep those differently. But if you have time to get dressed, then you don't have to rush. But if you know that I got to go to work every day and I usually have a hard time getting dressed in the morning, it is nothing wrong with pulling out some outfits on Sunday so that you're not worried about that during the week and you can still show up confidently because you took the time to put the outfit together. Hopefully that made sense. I hope that answered your question. So, our next point is your style is an outward representation of who you think you are. So, if you think that you are a creative, okay, and you're showing up in basic outfits, you're not creative. You want to be creative. You might need to follow influencers who are creative. But if all of your outfits are black and brown and neutrals and no color, no pop, no interest, you're more of like a minimalist, and that's okay. That's okay. But see, this is important because you won't know how to shop properly if you don't classify what you want to represent when you get dressed. There is nothing wrong with being the lady that wears a fly black outfit all the time, as long as she's fly, because she knows her style. Okay? Perfect example is, what is her name? What is her name? I can't think of her name right now. The Brat sister. Oh my God, brain fart. And she wears white all the time. Like, she always wears white. Oh, what is her name? What is her name, y'all? Don't let me forget her name. Let me look it up. This is why I got my iPad right here. All of Us. I know she was in that show. Hold on, y'all, because she is the perfect Lisa Ray. Yes, yes, yes. Lisa Ray. She wears all white. Okay, but she knows why she does it. She knows that she can have variety when she does it. She has all her different pieces. She throws in pops of color where she feels comfortable, but she's all white. So it doesn't matter what label you want to put on it, but she would be wrong to say, I explore with fashion. Well, girl, not really. Okay, you decided to put yourself in that box of white, so you explore with white only. Once it stops out of the white, right now, you're choosing that that's where the buck stops for you. But she look good. I ain't never seen her show up and she look bad. Baby, that white be crisp every time, honey. Okay, so it's just, you gotta know what you want to look like. When people see me, they know Kayla gonna have print, pattern, color. Okay, color gonna be somewhere. She's not really wearing the quietest thing in the room all the time. Even when I go to work, okay, I'm gonna be wearing something that stands out. But that's my personality. That's who I am. I have at times been the girl that just wears all black too. Okay, so you get to change, you get to transition, but you must label it correctly. You cannot tell me you love vintage, but everything that you wear is on the shelves today. You don't love vintage, you love trends. And if you like trends, that's okay, but stop saying you like vintage clothes, because what's going to happen is you're going to go to the vintage store and you're going to buy stuff. But you're never going to wear that stuff because you really like what's current. And instead of just being real and telling yourself, I like wearing what's trendy and current right now, you're going places so that you can say you're something else, but you're not really shopping for who you are. And that is very dangerous, my friend. That is very, very dangerous, okay? So put yourself in the right box. Be okay with who you are, all right? If you say that you are confident, that don't mean you showing a lot of skin, girl. But that means when you put the outfit on, you feel good, your head's held high, can't nobody tell you you don't look good. And that's going to exude in how you walk in the room, how you talk to people, how you show up. Don't tell me I dress for confidence and you walking around in sweatpants all the time. You're lying. Okay? Like, you just can't say that. That's just not the truth. Your clothes are going to reveal who you truly think you are. And this is why healing, taking time for yourself, self-care is really the best accessory. Because when you sit with yourself and you figure out who you want to be, what you want to look like, what you want to do, how you want people to think about you, you're going to shop better, you're going to feel better, the clothes are going to fit better, you're going to look better, you're going to smell better, everything. Everything is just going to upgrade because you upgraded your thinking on who you are. Okay, I hope the point is getting clear here, okay? I hope the point is getting clear here. Now, the next thing I want to touch on is the difference between a compliment and validation. Okay? A compliment based on an outfit where it's who you really want to be, meaning you feel good, you look good, you smell good, you know that this is where you want to be, this fits you just right. Okay? When you get that compliment and someone tells you that they look good, that validation right there is going to set apart validation from when you just wear something because someone else told you it was trendy. All right? And really, it's not valid. It's not really a difference in the compliment or validation. It's just what they do, the result that you're going to get based off of the decision. Let me break that down. When you do something from an intentional place, from a decision, from saying, this is who I want to be, this is what I want to look like, this is how I want people to perceive me, this is me reflecting my inner world to the outer world the right way. And you go out and someone gives you a compliment, you're going to validate to yourself that you're choosing yourself and putting yourself first. And so that compliment is going to feel genuine. You're going to feel more confident. And then the next time you go get dressed, you're going to do the same thing and it's going to come out better. When you get dressed from a place of, I want someone to tell me I look good. I'm chasing for the compliment. I'm chasing for a man to call me. I just want to find my next date. I want my video to go viral, but you really don't like the outfit. You're just going to validate that you're all over the place and that you don't know who you are and that you're confused. Okay? And that internally is going to repeat that cycle for you the next time. You're going to feel like, I don't know what to wear tomorrow because you didn't know what to wear today. And though someone told you looked good, you are still confused about you because their compliment at the end of the day really doesn't mean anything unless it was created with the right intention. Does that make sense what I'm trying to say? I hope that makes sense what I'm trying to say. Okay? You can promote all you want. Like, you can promote and validate the wrong thing, and that can get you the wrong feeling. And you don't want that when it comes to your fashion. Especially as a woman. Okay? We don't ever want that. We don't ever want that. So, a good way to start figuring out what your style is, to start, hold on, I see a question. Do you change purses daily to match your clothes for just work? Oh, girl, no. Listen, the look is an entire look, okay? It is your hair, it is your makeup, it is your earrings, it is your necklace, it is your bracelets if you have some. I usually have some on, but I didn't want a bunch of clink clank clanking it going on while we was live. But it is your bracelets, it is your outfit, it is your undergarments, it is your bag. So I don't care if I'm going to work. I don't care if I'm going to the grocery store. If it don't match what I got on, it's getting changed. So yes, you must make a complete fit. You must make a complete fit. You don't make a half-ass meal. Okay, you don't drink a half sip of water. So you must put the full look together. So yes, I change the purse every day. Now, okay, this is me. If you like Kayla, girl, I'm not finna be doing all that. I'm not changing a purse every day. That is perfectly fine. You're going to buy purses that match a lot of your color palettes, okay? If you know that you wear a lot of colors, a good denim purse, okay? A good black. If you wear a lot of silver jewelry, a silver purse. Or if you wear a lot of gold, gold. That way it just goes with the flow of everything. Okay, just because you change your purses doesn't mean you need a lot of purses. You need the right purses. All right. And if you're not a purse changer, you need a bag that is universal enough to go with majority of your outfits. And then that way you don't have to be like me and change your purse for every outfit. Okay. So it really is up to you in deciding who you, girl. If you like, girl, I ain't got time for all that. Okay. Then you're going to get you like at least 4 or 5 key bags. Everyone needs a black. Everyone needs a brown. Okay, you're going to get you an evening bag, a gold and a silver, okay, for date night, brunches, whatever the case may be. And then maybe one statement bag, one designer bag or something like that. And then let them be within color palettes that you wear. And then you should be good. You should be good. But if you're someone like me who has a collection, first of all, what did you buy all the bags for if you weren't going to change the purse? Okay, sit with that first if you have the collection and you like, am I supposed to change the bag? But if you have a collection and you're not changing the bags, you need to get rid of the ones that you really don't like. Just be real with yourself about the ones you don't like, and then start putting outfits together with ones that you haven't worn in a while and tell yourself to wear them, and then you'll see where you fall with them or not. And then that will help tell you where you fall on, do I like to change a purse or do I not? And then you can go from there. But me, yes, I'm going to change a purse every time. It gots to fit the outfit. It gots to go with the outfit. Okay, so next key to remembering that your style starts with you is, in this age of social media, we have a lot of influencers, right? And a lot of influencers are showing you their style and how they put things together. And so you have to be very careful and very mindful not to be influenced to do what they do on you. You're going to look absolutely crazy if you try to look like Kayla and you're not Kayla. All right, Kayla's supposed to look like Kayla. You're supposed to look like you. Anything else is crossed up, and that's a mess. That's not what we want, okay? So you must watch with inspiration and not with a copying eye. If you are someone who knows that you wear a lot of graphic t-shirts, you wear a lot of denim, you want to follow someone who styles themselves in that way. If you are someone who can change your vibe every day, you want to follow influencers that change their vibe every day, okay? And this also goes for if you're trying to become someone who is transitioning your style. Okay? Just because you choose a box today doesn't mean you can't transition that box tomorrow. But what it does mean is you need to give yourself the time to curate whatever that next set of style is that you want to be or embody in your next phase, okay? So if right now you're someone who doesn't wear like color prints and patterns and you want to wear color prints and patterns, you're going to follow an influencer who does not wear color prints and patterns, okay? Because clearly that is something you resonate with, and that is a core pillar in your fashion sense. But you're going to also find you a fashion influencer that is similar in height and in size, and that mixes their colors and prints and patterns. And you're going to study, okay? You're going to be inspired by, all right? And it's important that they are a similar, at least body shape, if not height. If you can't get the perfect height, that's okay, okay? Because there's only one you and there's only one them. But at least body shape, because this will help you dress for your body shape, all right? If you don't have a big butt and a flat tummy, you might not be able to pass off or get away with the same outfit as someone who does. So, where a lot of girls go wrong, okay, is they be buying these outfits that's not for their body at all, and then they're wondering why they, don't look as good as the person who influenced them to buy that outfit, because that's not for you. What should have happened was, when you saw them in that two-piece set, you say, how can I recreate that for me? For that to fit my style, for that to fit my body, for me to feel confident when I wear that. And then you go curate that, or you find someone to curate that, or you find the right two-piece. Maybe it's not that one, but you find the right one for you. Okay? That's how you are inspired instead of influenced. Okay? You see what they did there. You take the tips and tricks that they do there, and then you work it for your fashion. It does not make sense to follow someone who doesn't work in corporate America when you work in corporate America and you're dressing for your job 5 days a week. If you're following influencers who dress in more casual, you're really only getting influence for 2 days out of your week. And so your closet is always going to feel like you don't have nothing to wear because you're not focusing on the majority of your week. That is the other thing. You must build your closet around your lifestyle. You have to be real about your lifestyle. If you're not someone who can just wear what they want to wear, you have to follow people who have similar careers and similar styles of dress based off of their career. There's no other way to get around that. There's no other way to get around that. Okay? So another example of how you know if you're being inspired or influenced, right? Let's say you like this blue hair, okay? And you're like, I never really wore blue hair before. I want to give it a try. Someone is going to go for blue hair, and it's going to be like a light blue. It's going to be turquoise, and it's going to look amazing on them. Someone is going to say, you know what? I'm going to get the blue with a little bit of black in there to tone it down a little bit more. Okay, because I like what I see on Kayla. I like that pop-up blue, but that's a little too much for me. Now, we all have blue hair. We all have blue hair. And I was the one who came on here with the blue hair. And one girl went light blue with turquoise, and another girl went a little darker with a black and blue. And we all look great because we all went for what was right for us. What we do was going to be comfortable and confident for each of us as individuals. That's being inspired. Being influenced is, I like this wig that Kayla got on. I'm going to buy this wig that Kayla got on. And then you buy it, it gets to you, you don't like it, and now you're upset and you feel like you wasted your money. And so now you're looking for another wig. And girl, that's not my fault. Okay? That's not my fault. That's not my fault, because you could have looked great in it. You could have looked great in it. But if you don't know what to do with it, and if you don't have an idea for it, if you don't have a plan for it, this blue wig is going to look intimidating when you receive it. Versus just being real and say, you know what, I'm not finna play that game. I'm not finna play that game. Now, I like this style. I might like this style of wig. I'll get it in a black. I don't gotta do what Kayla do. I don't gotta do what Kayla do. I'll get it another color. I know I like me a little black and a little blonde. I'm gonna see if they got that wig in black and blonde. Okay? So you got to be mindful to be inspired and not influenced. And that really starts with knowing what you wear, what you like, what your boundaries are when it comes to your fashion and, you know, your outfits and things like that. Because if you don't have that, then nothing's off limit to you in the store. Nothing is off limit to you in the store if you do not have any boundaries when it comes to your vision. You're going to feel like you can just buy anything when in reality you cannot. I mean, you can, but it won't work out in your benefit. Okay? So, our next point, and hopefully I'm not losing anybody. Hopefully everyone's understanding what I'm saying, picking up what I'm putting down. If you have any questions, please do not be afraid to ask. Thanks for tuning in. If you watch the replay, you can drop your questions there. Hey girls, hey. Okay. I just wanted to make sure I was still live and everybody's good. Let me get a little bit of water. I'm doing a lot of talking. Okay, we're good. We're still showing up. Good, good, good. Okay, so the next thing that you must use to help you be intentional about building your style, building your wardrobe, and deciding how you want to be perceived is watching your pockets. Okay? I can't tell you how many people, especially running a boutique for the last 6 years, feel like they must spend a ton of money to look good. You absolutely do not. Okay? You absolutely do not. As a boutique owner, I have sold clothes for $100. I have sold clothes for $8. Okay? And the pieces are fly. It is really all about what you're going to do with them. It is about your creativity. It's about knowing, do you have other things that you can mix and match with it to make it look the way you want it to look? Okay? Now, if you are saying, I want to upgrade my style so that I can feel confident when I go to business meetings, when I'm showing homes, I work in a higher end real estate firm or law firm or whatever the case may be, and you just started the job, you're not going to Neiman Marcus to get you a new suit, baby. You can get there, and I hope you get there, and I hope that you start building your wish list so as those checks roll in, you can start, curating those higher end pieces that make you feel sexier and more confident. I was going to say confidenter, but that ain't a word, baby, okay? But that's how you're going to end up feeling, and you're not going to start there. So you must, in order to become something, you must embody it first. So if you have a Goodwill or Ross budget, you're going to create that style with your Goodwill or Ross budget, and you're going to make it work. Okay? But what you're not going to do is go broke to try to impress somebody else. That is still you trying to work on impressing someone else instead of being true to who you are. All right? We should never be stressed over an outfit. An outfit should never be too expensive. It is never that serious. If it is that serious, you're caring too much about what people think, you're not being creative enough, and you're following trends that probably aren't fitting for you in the first place because it doesn't even fit in your budget. We're not even being for real. Okay? So when you start with you're going to start with your mindset. You're going to start with your intention. You're going to start with how you want to look, but you're also going to start with, what can I afford? Okay? Like, stay within your pocket. Stay within your range, and don't keep up with no Joneses on no clothes. Girl, okay? Please. All right? I just had to get that little rant out of there. Use some discernment, all right? Everyone who look good is not out here spending hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars on some clothes. They have some creativity, they use what they have, and they make sure that if they are going to invest some money in some clothes, it's going to fit well and it can be used over and over and over and over again. As your money increases, as you see that this is what I want to look like, this is how I want to wear my clothes when I go to work or when I go to my social events or when I show up at a place, then you start investing in the more expensive stuff. Okay? If you are new to designer handbags, do not just start going to buy the designer handbags, baby. Find you some good replicas, honey, and stop caring what people think about that stuff. Fashion ain't no fun if it's making you broke. Period. Okay? Be intentional about what you purchase. For real. Okay? Keep the coin together, look good, and make it make sense. Girl, if it don't fall in them categories, I don't know what to tell you. And you need to call me so we can get a little style consultation together so we can get it together. All right? Because, baby, please. I was in TJ Maxx the other day. They had a bad True Religion bag. And I don't even like True Religion like that, but that bag was bad, baby. Right there in TJ Maxx or Ross, one of them. Okay? You do not got to spend no arm and no leg. If you want a Coach bag and you can't afford a brand new Coach, go to the Coach outlet. Who gonna know the difference? And if they do know the difference and they got something to say, tell them what your Cash App is so they can send you a coin so that you can go buy that bag since they so worried about it. Okay? Okay. So here are some things I want you to ask yourself as you are building your wardrobe, as you are purchasing these new pieces, as you are putting your outfit together. Okay? Question number one. Does this fit the woman that I am becoming? Okay? Because if you're buying a piece today, it is coming with you from this day forward. All right? So if it does not match who you are working towards being, if it does not match what you're trying to bring into the world or what you want people to perceive, is it really a good purchase? Okay. Next question. Am I buying this because someone else has it and looks good in it? Or are you buying this because I see me wearing this and looking good in it? Those are going to give you two different answers. I promise you. Is this going to leave my closet feeling like I can create outfits with it? Or is it just putting more trends in my closet? What this question is saying is, if you see a piece and it's trending right now, am I just putting another trendy piece in the closet, or am I actually building outfits with this? Two things can be true at once. You can be adding a trendy piece and building an outfit, but you must know that you have other pieces to build the outfit with first. If you can't answer that question clearly, you're probably just adding a trendy piece and you're going to get home and not know what to do with it. Okay? Is this going to leave me still feeling like I don't have anything to wear? That kind of follows up with that other question. Do I know what I'm going to do with this piece when I get home with it? Simple. Okay? Because the misconception with getting dressed and style is people think it's the closet. It's never the closet. It's never the closet. It's you really don't know who you are when you go into that closet. You know who you are when you go into the kitchen, because some of y'all can throw down. Some of y'all can cook really well. You know what you can cook. You know what you can't cook. You know if you're a baker or if you're a grill master. You know if you can cook some ribs or if you could cook some chicken. You know who you are in the kitchen, but then you get in the closet, you get confused. You get in the bathroom to do some makeup, you get confused. That's okay. That's okay. The problem is never that you don't have the things. It's that you probably need to sit down, be reflective, be quiet, and say, what do I want to do with all this foundation and eyeliner and eyeshadow and makeup? Because I don't know what to do here, but I can learn, you know? And if you're someone who has a hard time learning, you're then needing to pay someone to do it for you. Okay, that's just reality. Now, I want the girls to think, what would you do if social media ended today? How would you have dressed if social media disappeared tomorrow, Pinterest was no longer active, Facebook Lives was no longer a thing? What would you wear? Who would you become? Where would your favorite store be? where would your favorite boutique be? This is going to help you kind of come up with ideas of who your favorite um, style influencers are, or what it is that you want to start looking like in the future. And the biggest thing with personal style is really just remembering who you are. Remember that you are free to be yourself. You are free to not care what anyone thinks, but you are free to create and be confident enough to show up however you want to show up, and to make people think about you the way you want them to think about you. You legit have that power, and there's nothing wrong with stepping into that fully, especially as a woman. As anybody, okay? If a male is watching this, you have that same power and influence when it comes to fashion. But women, when you step into your fashion, your style, your confidence, your power, and you show up and you're like, I know I look good. I know that when you see me, you see a beautiful woman because I took the time to care for myself. I took the time to smell good. I took the time to look good. I know that what I created is putting off the right thing. You're going to be more confident. You're going to be a powerful, unstoppable force. And I want to encourage all women to be confident when they get dressed. Be confident when you show up. Be confident in your body. I don't care what size you are. I don't care what skin complexion you are. I don't care what your hair length is or what your hair texture is. There is so many options and help out here for you to create whatever you want to create and be whoever you want to be. God put you on this earth to feel beautiful and to be your best self. Anything else is disrespectful to you first and foremost, and to your life. It is a waste of life stressing over small things like style when the biggest factor of your style is how you are feeling internally. Okay? Your style starts with you. Do not forget that. You are the key. You are the key. You are the key. You don't need to look like anyone else. You don't need to be anywhere else. You don't need to shop at any other store. You don't need to do anything different, but keep working on you. Keep showing up for you. Keep doing you. Keep being you. Keep loving you. Keep just prospering in your space of doing you. Okay? That is it. That is all. And what's going to happen is you're going to see that when you put intention into yourself, every piece of clothes ain't even worth putting it on me. I'm not playing with that. What you mean? I done took all this time to shave, to lotion down. I done got this good mango skin perfume on. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, there's no way I'm about to put this t-shirt on with the armpit stains that I've had for 8 years on. I'm gonna go find me a new t-shirt. Even if I am just lounging around the house, I'm going to look cute. I'm going to look cute. At home, at this grocery store, at my job, on the road, on the airplane. People think just because they traveling, they get to look bummy. No, girl. Girl, no. If you got a man and if you ain't got a man, you got to look good either way. Okay, but this ain't even about no man. But I'm just saying, if you got a man with you, girl, keep your cookies together. Keep your cookies together. And if you ain't got no man and you're looking for a man, keep your cookies together, girl. Okay? Get dressed. Look like something. Don't be out here looking funky and then wondering why people looking at you like you look funky. You look funky. How else we supposed to look at you? And if you look good, don't be confused at why we looking at you because you look good. You look good. How else are we supposed to look at you? We know if you're lying, if you're like, why is everyone looking at me? And you look great. Okay, so she really not as confident as she want me to believe. Cool. Got it. Okay, cool. I see that she's not that confident. I see that this isn't really who she is. Okay? Or you walk by me and you smell good, but you look like you stink. So, girl, it's not even really you. Why you got this on? Why is you wearing that? And now I know something up here ain't connecting with what you got on. Something up here isn't right. If what you exuded on the outside, what that tells me is if you look like you stink, but you really take care of yourself, you really smell good. Like I walk by and you smell amazing, but you look raggedy. Okay, you're looking raggedy. You're unconfident. Something is beating you down. Something's got you stressed out. Something's got you feeling like you're not yourself. I can just tell by looking at you. Because your style is who you are. I can tell when life getting a little hard. I can tell when you about to disappear. Baby, people can tell on me. Okay? Y'all know how many times I done went live and I was like, ooh, baby, I know they think I look good today, but compared to what I can really do, I ain't showing up my best. I'm really not showing up my best. I'm really not showing up my best. Okay? And you got to be real with yourself first, because if you're not going to be real with yourself, everyone can lie to you, because you can lie to you. You set the standard. I'm not finna lie to me. I'm not finna lie to me. If I look good, I'm not finna lie and say I don't look good. And if I don't look good, I'm not finna lie and say I do look good. Because ain't nobody, no. Mm-mm. Because my style start with me. Let me keep my head right. Let me make sure I got my mind right. Okay? If I need to take a moment and give me some self-care and get myself together so that I can feel confident in my outfit, that's what I need to do. But I'm not going to throw anything together. I'm not going to throw anything together. If you try and get that promotion, go to work looking cute and see what happens. Don't go to work wearing your regular stuff that you've been wearing, that everybody used to you wearing. No, I promise you, put a little extra into them work outfits and see if that don't get you that attention that you want. Because what's going to happen is you're going to look better. You're going to show up to work better. You're going to perform better. And people are going to see you and they're going to be like, you know what? Kayla really is the best option for this, because look at how she's been showing up. It really don't got nothing to do with the clothes. You decided that I'm going to do this thing, and so you got dressed for it. But it don't got nothing to do with the clothes. It has everything to do with the intention, the decision. And now I'm going to do this thing. Hey, Sparkle Boo, how are you? I am good. Welcome in, welcome in. So that is our discussion for today. Now, I will be live doing some clothes in the next couple of days. I have some body butters, and I even did some really cute bracelets. Let me go get them, y'all. I'm going to be right back. Y'all, look at these bracelets. Look at that. This little bracelet set is so cute. And these are stainless steel. These are all one and dones. Okay, these are from my girls. They have the adjustable little bangles here. What is this? Extender. Sorry, adjustable extender. Stainless steel. Okay, they are locked on. And you have all these beautiful charms on there. So this is the orange, green, and yellow set. All right, absolutely beautiful. On this one, I have look at this one. This one is like one of my favorites. This is like a blue and green. And if you see see one now that you are interested in, the bracelets are $25. They are stainless steel and they come with the charms and everything. All right, but these are really, really beautiful. This one says Slay. You have the little CC purse, the little lollipop, and this one says Tree of Life on there. This one is in that blue and the green. So if you're like one of my ladies that wears like the Pandora bracelets or anything like that, this would be a great addition to add to your jewelry collection if that's what you wear. Okay, look at this one right here. Now this is for my girls that like to pop they-ish. Okay, look at this. This is a purple and orange one. This one is really cute. This has the diamond on it. You got the little CC charm there, the cross. This says pray with a little prayer hand, and then you have the Dior purse, okay? This is bad and bougie, honey. Blessed, bad, and bougie on this one right here. This one is really pretty. I love that purple and orange. Love the purple and orange. And then I also have this one right here. Okay. So I know people are going to like watch the replay. Again, these do have the extenders on them. I do have other colors if you want one and you just want like a different color than what you see. They are $25. They are stainless steel. But I will be live doing some jewelry. I have some body oils. I have some body butters as well. So if you're needing to re-up on body butters or body oils, I know it's been a while because I haven't been live. But you will be able to go ahead and get that as well. Okay? So be on the lookout for the flyer on those. But I hope y'all enjoyed this discussion. Thank y'all for coming in and hanging out with me and chatting with me. Oh, also this dress that I have on, I will be posting it later. It is extremely too big for me. It is actually a size 1X, but it just looks so cute. I could not wear it. But since I was sitting down, I was like, it's okay. So I will be posting this dress a little bit later. So if you're interested in that, you will be able to claim this dress as well. But thank y'all so much for hanging out with me. Again, my name is Kay. I am the owner and creator of Charmed Up by Kay. I am also a fashion stylist and fashion curator. So if you are needing a little bit of help with your style and you are wanting to talk to see, you know, how I can help you and what services I offer, please reach out to me so we can talk about what you may need. I do in person and virtual. Okay, and then also you can check out my live sales where I go live and you can buy you some pieces. And we can talk through things that are on my rack. If you're like, I'm considering this piece, I want to see how it fits in, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so I hope y'all enjoy the rest of your Friday. Have a great weekend, and I will see you girls soon. Bye, y'all.